it's important for all of us to be grateful for what we have. You know, at the time I'm making and uploading this video, it is Christmas Eve 2018. Right now I'm in Leicestershire with my mum's sister and her husband, my uncle by marriage, and my cousins and my brother. You know, there are a lot of people who don't have any family at Christmas. Not only that, there are a lot of people who, some of them have family, some of them don't, who are living on the streets right now. It doesn't matter that it's Christmas, it's terrible that's the case, you know, not having family or living on the streets any day of the year, but, you know, a lot of people, somehow the Christmas spirit kind of brings home the idea, the appreciation of having a roof over your head and having people around you, loving people around you, home even more, and yeah, it's just generally something I think we should all think about, being grateful for what we have. No matter how bad any of us have it, there's always somebody who's got it worse than us. And not to minimise any shit that is going on in anyone's life, or any shit that's going on in my life even. You know, we've all got our problems, and I'm not coming from a place where it's like I'm saying, oh, be grateful for what you have, don't ever ask for anything more, strive to get out of your situation, or strive for better for yourself. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm very much think you should fucking strive for better, but I'm just merely expressing the sentiment that, you know, it's important to appreciate things, and sometimes all of us, myself included obviously, sometimes take things for granted, you know, and then something might happen, like a family member or a loved one or a lover or a friend becomes ill, or they die. You're like, oh god, look at this stupid shit I was fucking moaning about. What the fuck was I moaning about? What kind of stupid arguments were we having? You know, about bullshit. And not only is it, you know, important to appreciate the people in our lives and what we have, you know, it's also, you know, there's lots of other things that we all have. Sorry, ADHD tangent here. I was about to go and say something else, but I'll continue on this little line of thought. You know, there are people who don't have access to certain parts of their body. You know, there are people who, some of them were born with it, with physical disabilities. Some of them acquired them in life, unfortunately. You know, some people had certain limbs cut off in accidents. Some people are in wheelchairs and they can't move their legs. Some people are in wheelchairs, they can barely even move their neck. Some people are deaf. Some people are blind. Some people have cancer. Some people have multiple sclerosis. Some people have, you know, were born in really fucked up environments. You know, I was raised in a pretty fucked up environment, but there are people that were raised in. I also got a lot of love, even from my dad, who was a bit of an abusive cunt. I also got love and support from him. There were lots of people that had an even more abusive father than I had, and both their parents extremely abusive, and they didn't get any love and support. There are people, you know, who get other physical things in their life. You know, there are people out on the street tonight that will get frostbite. They'll have to remove their limbs, their fingers, their toes, maybe even their whole hand, a whole foot. You know, there are people that have severe burns all over them. You know, there are people who you know, the list goes on and on. You get the point. There's people with awful situations, with awful physical or mental a mental state of people that have Alzheimer's, the people that have loved ones that have Alzheimer's, the people that have to look after people that don't have time for themselves because they're looking after a loved one. We moan about so many things, all of us, so often. Have we got good health? Have our loved ones got good health? That's the most important thing at the end of the day. And also, in another respect, not to get, that was quite dark, I know, but in another respect, it's also important in general, even if we're not in the mode of thinking about all of the things other people have that don't have that we have, but even in general, just for ourselves, it's important to sometimes write down once a week or once a day, however often you feel compelled to do so, a list of 5 things that you're grateful for. Even if it's like your projects or your business or whatever you're working on in life, like or your goals of like losing some money or some things, losing some weight or whatever it is. It's like write down the things that there are to be positive about also, and that you can be grateful for yourself, for doing. Because, it's important to also not beat ourselves up and to write down 5 things or 10 things or even 1 thing that you're grateful for. Maybe it does include a list of the things I said before, like our health, our loved one's health, the fact that we're not living on the street or whatever. Or maybe, it's as simple as I'm proud of myself that I achieved this thing today, rather than focusing on all the things you didn't achieve, or focusing on all the things that you could have done better, because enough people in this life will tell you all the things you didn't achieve, all the things that you could have done better, right? You don't need yourself doing it as well, right? It's important to love yourself. So not only should we all be grateful for the things we have, we should also be proud of and be grateful for the things that we are doing currently, for our past selves, for ourself this morning. That be grateful to us, I should be grateful for Conor this morning for doing even 5 minutes of yoga and 5 minutes of meditation. The Conor right now should be grateful. It means my ADHD symptoms are lessened. It means even if I didn't have ADHD, it means I'm in a more calm state. It means that my back that was aching a little bit is not, and my legs that were aching are not aching as much anymore. Be grateful to your past self for what you've just done for yourself. If you got up today, I know it sounds ridiculous, be grateful to yourself that you did the simple shit like have a shower or brush your teeth. Otherwise you'd be smelling and you'd probably be feeling psychologically, less confident, less proud of yourself, whatever. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Be grateful for yourself that you didn't, to yourself, that you didn't, do something stupid or go and eat a bunch of junk food, or, as much as I just said, we shouldn't focus on the bad things we do. Not that that's bad, but you know what I mean. Like, you shouldn't focus on the negatives. Also, sometimes it is positive to focus on the things, the good thing, the bad, for want of a better term, the bad things that you didn't do, in order for you to be in the mental, emotional, physical state that you're in today. If I hadn't got up today and done, even though it was only 5 minutes each, 5 minutes of yoga and 5 minutes of meditation, if I hadn't gone for a little walk with my mum, if I hadn't brushed my teeth, I might still be laying in bed procrastinating and not making this fucking video. Be grateful for, what kind of things can we all be grateful for? Well, we can be grateful for the fact I've got a fucking laptop. Can be grateful for the fact that we don't live in a time or in a country where there's awful shit going on right now, where you couldn't even, a laptop is the least of your fucking worries, whether you have a laptop, or even in some people live in such bad places that even the amount of money they have isn't even the most important thing. Just not getting fucking blown up by an invading army, or even shot by people of your own nationality in your own country, no matter whether it's a war zone, or it's just a fucking dangerous area. And of course there's dangerous areas in every single country, including England, where I'm living, right, where I'm from, born and raised, and where many of the people that will be listening to this initially, when it first goes on, are from, where many of us are from. You know, be grateful for the fact that we've got fucking, even in England and the Western developed countries, be grateful for the fucking fact that we're millennials. Or even if you're older than me and you're not a millennial and you're in your 70s, be grateful for the fact that we're living in a time we have access to the internet, we have access to fucking running water and electricity, right? Think about how fucking good we have it compared to like the people of the past no matter what country you're in. You know, just, yeah, there's lots of things to be grateful for, guys. Just be grateful this time of year and all around the year and every day. Remember to take some time to think about, and if you want to, write down some things that you're grateful for. And also, it's good to feed your mind with that idea. It helps it focus on the positives. You know, it's easy to get caught up in all the negatives. You know, in the same way that I'm not a religious person, even though I was raised Catholic, I'm not like, went for a stage of being extremely atheist and very unspiritual, but like I'm not religious in that sense, but I'm more religious now in terms of, like, I'm almost like an agnostic, I'd say. I'm very spiritual, and whether you believe in God or whether you don't believe in God, I don't believe in God in the traditional sense, but be grateful. You know, the idea of praying, I've come to realise, a lot of people laugh at it and think it's ridiculous, but it's kind of like, whether or not you want to mock people of whatever religion they're into for praying, it's like there's something spiritual about it that's kind of like resonates with all human beings. It's not necessarily important whether or not there is a God. It's just giving thanks. It's almost like giving thanks in general for the fact that we're here in this life, whether you're praying to an actual God or not. You know, be grateful that we are here in this life. You made it. Of all the sperm that could have made it, you know, of all the people that didn't get born, and we're here right now. Let's make the fucking most of it, ladies and gentlemen. Be grateful for what you have. Peace and love, and Merry Christmas. Take care.